I had never been to Pine Cove. I had never even been to a summer camp before.
I started going to Pine Cove the summer after 7th grade. As soon as I was a senior, I was like, I gotta work here. This place is fantastic.
It was my favorite place. It was foundational in my faith growing up, right? It was where I came to know Christ as a kid.
I heard about Pine Cove through my parents, so I grew up going to family camp.
I had never heard of it until I came as a student here at DBU. My name is Chris Holloway, or Chips and Salsa.
My name is Julianne Anderson.
Blake Schwané.
Faith Paholchek. My camp name is Date Date Revolution.
Cookie Crunch.
Boomer Spooner.
My name's Michael Machete Shostakovich Elliott.
I got a job with a nonprofit my last year at TCU. I heard about Arise Africa through a Pine Cove newsletter. Arise Africa works with orphaned children in Zambia. I'm the liaison between the children and the sponsors here in Zambia. I was so thankful for my summer at Pine Cove because there was a time where we were without a leader, and I was there with a megaphone, and there were 200 Zambian kids jumping up and down with no program.
So I'm a software engineer. I work at Lockheed Martin. I work on the F-35 fighter jet program, making sure everything works before it gets out to the person who's flying the jet and who's maintaining it out on the front lines so that we don't have major problems.
My current job is a pediatric nurse practitioner at Cove Children's Hospital in Fort Worth.
I work as a sales engineer in sales and business development for a tech company.
I am the director of global missions at Dallas Baptist University.
I think I was expecting camp to be a time to grow on my own.
I had always dreamt of working at camp. Mostly I was excited. The other part of me was a little bit scared that people would find out I wasn't what they thought I was, or maybe that I wasn't good enough to be at camp.
Gosh, lots of fun. I expected it to be easy, something that would look really good on a resume and Instagram, to be honest.
I think when I first started, I was assuming maybe that it was going to be more like going to camp as a camper.
I had no concept of what family camp looked like. Like, man, moms and dads going to camp with their kids. That kind of seems a little off, but okay.
God had such a huge plan for me the day that Pine Cove showed up in my college cafeteria. When I went into Pine Cove, I had just lost a dear friend of mine and was really, really questioning my faith. I told my parents, there's no way I'm going. I can't preach the gospel to these kids when I don't know what I think about it. And they told me that I had to go because I made a commitment. My leadership team really came around me and prayed hard for me.
They really did invest in us as a staff, and they weren't just looking for what could we contribute work-wise, but how could they grow and develop us.
One of the things Pine Cove says is it's seriously fun, and it really, really is.
What sets Pine Cove apart and camp apart in general is that it's a concentrated environment that you don't get everywhere else. You're there and doing nothing else but camp.
And this is an opportunity to learn skills that will help you in the future.
So not only did camp train me up for a job, but as I've now become a dad, right, and become a husband, it's trained me even more for that, right? How do you love people well? How do you be patient? How do you be kind? How do you do ministry when you're exhausted, right? I was inspired by Pine Cove's leadership ability to cast a vision of here's where we're going and here's why we do what we do, and let's all run in a common direction. That's the sort of thing I try to model now, and my team is to say, here's where we're going, get people excited and have fun together, all working towards a common goal.
The friendships that you will make at Pine Cove will last you a lifetime. I still keep in touch with one girlfriend, and now she lives down the street from me, and our kids go to Pine Cove together in the summer.
To that summer staffer at orientation right now, if I could tell you anything, it would be to trust the Lord and to ask questions.
Look for those opportunities of how is this going to shape where I'm going with my life, right? God's teaching you something now to use you for something else later also. Don't let it pass you by.
There was a kid who, his name is Drew. He asked me the summer before to sign a foosball for him. And he's like, Chips and Salsa, I still have the foosball you signed for me. I was like, oh yeah, really? And he's like, yeah, it's in a glass case in my house. I just wept because I became a hero to this kid, and it's like, no one keeps my signature. the words that we get to say and the life that we get to speak over these kids and these campers have more impact than we think.
Get ready to be completely exhausted and sweaty and tired and hot, but get ready to be so full.
And you're here, so be all here.
God's goodness shown, and I fell more in love with him every summer, and it was the 3 best summers of my life.
Looking back, I was becoming someone at camp. And no matter what job you're doing at Pine Cove, everything is developing character. And that's going to really prepare you well for the next season of life, whatever that might be.